Hi everyone, we're going to discuss today the solution of the exercises 5 to 8. This is the chapter 20, Income Inequality and Poverty. This is a book of Gregory Mankiw, Principles of Economics. So the fifth question says, this chapter uses the analogy of a leaky bucket to explain one constraint on the redistribution of income. So the first question says, what elements of the US system for redistributing income create the leaks in the bucket? Be specific. So before going to that I chose the part of the taxes to the rent. Remember that the leaky bucket is when you have like two individuals or two groups, but they are in different condition. One of them, so this group like has great or a good quantity of money, and the other part don't. So then the part that is trying to make the government is to find a way to redistribute those resources from one place to another one. But unfortunately, the ways or the mechanisms that the government uses don't allow to take completely those resources entirely to the other place. Therefore, there is a leaky bucket. So if we can consider that this leaky bucket, so this hole is higher, immediately it means that it should be like more intervention and then higher less of efficiency. So then one could be the taxes to the rent. So then the higher or the highest rents in the country, they should pay additional quantity. Obviously, this should be a leaky bucket because maybe some individuals, they will start to realize that it is not a good deal to produce more money, because if they go to another part, they need to pay more. So then this should be a case. Another one, other part is like when you arrive to a certain salary, then you don't have some benefits. The point here, you are conscious that you can arrive to have better salaries because you know you can do it, but unfortunately if you go to that place, you're going to start to lose some benefits. So then people say, okay, why I should work more if these additional hours that I'm working, they will not provide a higher salary. Instead, they will start to take me out benefits. So then these should be two examples. Do you think that Republicans or Democrats generally believe that the bucket used for redistributing income is leaker? How does that belief affect their views about the amount of income redistribution that the government should undertake? So then this should be a graph of intervention and level of bucket. If we consider that this should be like the problem, the higher intervention naturally will make a higher level of not bucket but the leak bucket. So then it should be that a case. Then the idea is like, that's true that the government should make some intervention into the market, but need to be really aware what what they are affecting, because the debt loss rate, if it's high, it is better to keep the market as it is. But if the loss debt weight is not really too much, is not really losing a lot of efficiency, then the government should intervene in order to make inequality less. 6. Suppose there are two possible income distribution in a society of 10 people. In the first distribution, 9 people have incomes of 30,000 and one person an income of 10,000. Then it should be the case. right? In the second distribution, all 10 people have incomes of 25,000, sorry. A. If the society had the first income distribution, what would be the utilitarian argument for the distributed income? So remember, the utility, even if it's something superficial, in this case can be measured with the dollars. So you know that a person that has $30,000, if you take $1 from that person, or if you take $1 from the person that has $10,000, what should be worse? This one or this one? Definitely this one, because the diminishing or um, the marginal utility for $1 is higher than this one. So then the utilitarian argument is like the harm that I'm taking from those people or I'm making for those people. This should be better because it actually compensates the dollar that this person will receive. So then this should be the part. This would be the part of the term of diminishing marginal utility. Then, which income distribution would Rawls consider more equitable? Explain. So remember, at that time, Rawls, what he wanted is to improve the situation of the worst. So then definitely second distribution provides an improvement to the all people, even if compared with the other one. Here we have people that they have less than the first distribution. Which income distribution would Nozick consider more equitable? Explain. So then the idea is like the one with any without any intervention of the government. Government don't or shouldn't be in the market. So then any of the two where the government has no presence there. Seventh, the poverty rate would be substantially lower if the market value of in-kind transfers were added to family income. The largest in-kind transfer in Medicaid, the government health programs for the poor. Let's say the program costs 10,000 per recipient family. A. If the government gave each recipient family a 10,000 check instead of enrolling them in the Medicaid program, do you think that most of these people or these families would spend that money to purchase health insurance? Why? Recall the poverty level for a family is about 23,000. So then remember, this in-kind transfer is like government provides, for example, clothes, for food, or check to buy something, or to the supermarket, something more in terms of goods. The point is like when they start to receive cash of 10,000, unfortunately, we should mention something like drugs and alcohol. Why? Because by statistics, we know that people that they are more into drugs and alcohol, they are correlated with the fact that they have low incomes. So then it should be, or likely, maybe they should unfortunately use that money for this stuff. Or if the situation is not that bad, we could say that they will start to buy food, clothes, or devices, or computers, smart TVs, video games, whatever. Then it is actually less likely that these people use that money for paying obviously an insurance health. Then it should be almost impossible. How does your answer to part A affect your view about whether we should determine the poverty rate by valuing in-kind transfer at the price the government pays for them? Obviously, The poverty line should be considered with the money that should be transferred. Then more people will be above the poverty line, because when we make money of these in-kind transfers, the total amount of money should be maybe higher than the poverty line. How does your answer to part A affects your view about whether we should provide assistance to the poor in the form of cash transfer or in-kind transfer? Explain. Obviously, could be in cash, but just to be used in special places. Obviously, we know that maybe if we provide clothes to the people, and maybe at that time they need more in medicines, or they need more because of food, of vegetable fruits or something like that, then they should buy that. So then we are trying to make their utility higher. So then this should be used just for, this should be better at cash, but make sure that they will spend that money in what they needed, right? So for example, with the credit card, something that they just be used in the supermarkets or in the pharmacies, whatever. So this should be the case. 8. Consider two of the income security programs in the United States, TANF and the EITC. When a woman with children and very low income earns an extra dollar, she receives less in TANF benefits. What do you think is the effect of this feature of TANF on the labor supply of low-income women? Explain. So this temporary assistance for needy families, obviously this should be a trade-off. One of the 10 principles of economics. People face trade-off. It's as simple as if they will take an extra dollar or more money, but then this fact that they will receive, or she will receive one additional dollar, this should be taken into account, that the benefits that she will lose, they will be less than this extra dollar. Otherwise, should be better to stay as that, because the marginal, or the marginal income at that time is lower than the marginal cost. So then this should be a ponderation of this additional compared with the cost of taking that on the other side. The EITC provides greater benefits as low-income workers earn more income up to a point. What do you think is the effect of this program on the labor supply of low-income individuals? Explain. So this is the earned income tax credit. This is something that make benefits for the lower income people, that they will take kind of refund higher to compare with another person with a higher salary due to the income. Then obviously it should be exactly the same. This should be not like women at that times, just like the workers should be better workers, because they make a trade-off and decide what should be better. Again, if this dollar that they are earning additional is going to take a benefit that is higher than this dollar, they will ponderate, and this case they will not work more. So then, as the previous one, the supply should be conditioned to that and should be lower. And the last question: what are the disadvantages of eliminating TNF and allocating the saving to the EITC? The problem of these two programs is, like, if you take one, which is the first about needy families, and you allocate all those resources to EITC, it's like just one part of population will receive that benefit, and the other one, the TNF, which is more about needy families, because actually they sometimes even they don't earn money, or they don't have that time cash, so then should be better for that. Then if you make all the other part, or just the other ones will receive the benefit, and maybe if the changes is higher and the benefit should be higher, then the marginal decision should be more difficult, because one extra dollar you are maybe sacrificing more money, and then maybe should be even higher to have to achieve like higher salaries, because it doesn't worth. So definitely this should be analyzed. So that's all for this video. This will more like talking, not like not at all numbers. But anyway, if you have any doubt, any comment, I'm more than happy to listen them. And that's all. Thank you, and see you next video. Bye bye.